we're continuing on from our last question, which was how do I collect and use background knowledge? We've already read an encyclopedia article, in this case Wikipedia, which we've used to generate or begin generating key terms. And I've also, from what we've generated, gone down here to number 2 on my topic sheet and started to write down some questions that we need to now find out further information on. And this is really, what are these key terms and how do they relate, in a sense? The first being, what are the declarations of secession? What is abolitionism? Is the tariff issue relevant to secession and the American Civil War? We're going to look at the first 2 here in this little exercise. So let's go up to the top here and let's take this term, declarations of secession, and let's do a Google search as to what they are. And if we look at the Declaration of Secession, first hit we get, you notice there's actually several states, each state in fact that seceded from the Union declared the causes for which reasons why it, stating reasons why it had left. The next hit here is from Yale University. It's South Carolina's declaration. So we can actually click and go right into that Declaration of Causes and read through it here. If you notice down here, they mention the Declaration of Independence. If you know anything about the Declaration of Independence, it states that why the colonies left Great Britain. And South Carolina is trying to use that document to say, here's a case, like as stated in the Declaration of Independence, as to why we should leave. Now, what is the reason? Well, if we do a quick Command F, this little box will pop up over here. And if we type in cause, we might be able to find it. But in this case, it doesn't give us anything. But how about let's type in slavery. The war must be waged against slavery until it shall cease throughout the United States. Now that's not South Carolina saying that. That is their statement of what the North is stating. On the part of the non-slaveholding states to the institution of slavery. They're the instigators here, and it's this increasing hostility by these northern states that is the cause for concern. And this is kind of a good statement coming out of South Carolina. If we go to our Google Doc, we can go down here under what? South Carolina's statement of secession, and we could actually put that quote right in here that notices the hostility of the non-slaveholding states to the institution of slavery seems to be this increasing hostility, according to South Carolina, as a major cause for secession. And if we go here, we should then copy also the URL and paste it right underneath, and that's going to help you when it comes time to do your bibliography. If we go back here and go back a step, we can see this next hit is Mississippi's, and I want to pull up Mississippi's for a reason. Mississippi, if you read shortly into the document, you'll see this sentence right here. Our position is thoroughly identified with the institution of slavery. That's almost a smoking gun statement. So Mississippi's statement of secession, we could put the quote here, and again, what should we do? Copy the URL and let's paste it. And we could read each of these documents more carefully, taking notes along the way, marking our thinking, but that's a different lesson for a different time. So let's go up here now, let's look at abolitionism. If you notice it's hyperlinked, it's in blue. It will take us right to the Wikipedia site. And again, if we do the Open Apple F, which is already down here, let's type cause and see what comes up here. Notice because is hit a lot of times. Because, anti-slavery cause of abolition, cause cannot stop, abolitionist women, cause. And notice here, this statement. Few individuals did more to cause secession than John Brown. Who is John Brown, and why is he so important to the cause of secession and thus the Civil War? Well, here's a person that we ought to make note of, add to our key terms, and we can put down here under our important who's, and we should look up John Brown and see more about him. As you start looking at the people involved in here, you're going to notice, yes, Robert E. Lee and Ulysses Grant were involved in the Civil War, but you're going to find they didn't have much to do with the causes of the Civil War. So as you continue to do your research, you can refine your answers and get more specific, important people and events and things that really relate to, again, our focus question: what is the cause or causes of the Civil War? So continue doing this, continue taking notes, continue looking at these individual key terms, adding to them as you find more information specific to your question. And again, always stick around your focus question, in this case, what is the causes of the Civil War?